Regarding religion, worship of Eredin is still part of Taldane daily life to some degree, but while the church still exists, its coffers are nearly empty, leaving it with very little political power. The practical gods of Taldor are Adbar, Caden, Kalian, Nogobor, and Shailene, the so-called Taldane Pantheon, with sizable cults to Callistra, Iomedae, and Kugris as well. Many staunch Taldane traditionalists still consider the worship of Sarenrae taboo, but now the faith is no longer outlawed, it enjoys a growing popularity among the poor. Worship of darker gods divides sharply among the class boundaries. Indulgent nobles often form cults to Urgathoa to worship her aspect as the goddess of gluttony and indulgence, whereas the poor sometimes turn to Nagobor, especially his aspect of the Grey Master. The green faith is dominant in the Vadran forests, and surprisingly, the Empire has imported some of the diabolism of Chiliax.
Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of Dice Before Dishonor. When last we left our heroes, Fafal was on Overwatch and had finally spotted, after how many episodes have you been tailing Madame Trent?
Oh, far too long, Jeff, far too long.
Well, your diligence, sir, has paid off, because not only officially from my GM benevolence, but in the actual adventure, you get a +2 to initiative in this encounter, and you didn't even need it because you rolled so high. We had decided to lock in initiatives because we're still getting used to the FG, the Fantasy Grounds system. Everyone scattered. Fafal had called everybody up using the pin, which can relay messages magically, and it was, guys, get down here. First on the scene is Lord Varth.
Okay. So let's see here. So when I get down to the bottom of the stairs, what am I looking at?
You find Fafal. You guys traipse through the archive, and you assume that you would catch up or people would come funneling in. You can actually glance and you can see Leon crossing the main Senate behind you. He was near the kitchens, and he's catching up, and he'll be here probably any moment, as well as Winston has gone off in another direction, probably come galloping up on Barclay any moment. You had lost track of Sir Bartholomew. You guys were smoozing. We'll kind of backtrack or move ahead and cover that in the next episode. But there was a point where you literally, even though he was your wingman, there was just something going on, and you're talking to one person, and he's handling somebody else, and you turn around, and they're gone. And now all of a sudden, Fafal's like waving a red flag, and it's like, right, okay, well, you assume Bartholomew can hear you. And here's the kicker. You don't have a pin. You can't hear this message. And yet, in your mind's eye, you clearly hear Fafal saying something to you. You remember giving your pin to Fafal, so where the heck did you get a pin from?
As I kind of make my way towards where I think he's going to be, kind of looking for Bartholomew, but he'll catch up.
Okay.
I'll just give myself a quick pat down to see if I can feel one of the pins, maybe in a pocket.
If you look at the iconic Cavalier, it's not like he's wearing a hoodie, but there's like a ruffled scarf neck, like it's part of his shirt and tabard and exotic clothing, and it wrinkles up around the neck like padding or whatever. And one of those claps on the back that Bartholomew was always giving you, he's attached his pin to you, up on the shoulder, like just out of your sort of peripheral vision, but in a spot where it looks like a cloak clasp. But he's passed on the pin to you, and now you realize that he can't hear this message, and you can. Where did he go? We don't know. Through the archive, moving through people. Now, there's still people mulling about, but then you get to a room that's got like 2 people in it. Then you get a hallway that's vacant. Then you hook around south to a room that's empty, has no one but Fafal, who quickly motions for you to stop and says,
My lord, be quiet. There is trouble afoot.
What trouble do you speak of? I'll look around.
Well, around that corner is Madame Trent, and she appears to be, harassing a guest, harassing one of the junior ambassadors, I believe. I'm not sure quite why, but...
Now, last game we rolled to see if you remembered the actual senator, if you recognized him.
Yeah.
I said it was Senator Dow. His name is, or official title is Junior Senator Amandorian Dow. Also, the same senator, not that you guys witnessed this, but haha, this is the guy that Bartholomew was intimidating about the name of the crossbow, insisting it was called the Holy Screamer and not Dignity's Barb, and he ran off kind of hurt and insulted. Well, this guy's just a glutton for punishment, because now, according to Fafal, Madame Trant and a couple of her cronies have cornered this guy in the very next room. And this is why you were called for backup.
Does anyone have any distractive devices, smoke sticks, things like that? Perhaps we can create a subtle, or not so subtle, kind of distraction and maybe get him out of there.
Well, would you prefer subtle or not so subtle? I can do both.
Subtle is always preferred. I'd rather not rise a scene in the middle of this party.
Oh, it would not be a scene of us coming to blows. It would be a little more fantastical, at least in my opinion. But
Leon comes jogging up at this moment.
Sorry, I'm like, what did I miss?
I'll motion to.
You explain.
I defer to him as I'm looking up smoke pellets and what they actually do.
Okay.
I've got to hold a finger up to my lips. Shh. Around the corner, there seems to be some trouble brewing. One of the junior senators got himself into a bit of trouble.
And we're just waiting on Sir Winston. First, I had delayed you.
Yes.
And then with Superwolf, if you make some acrobatics checks, do you remember by taking a moment and up top getting the lay of the land, those bonuses to acrobatic checks to actually do your mission, the +2 that you could have gained, they will come in handy now. So I will give Barclay +2 acrobatics to dodge and go full out 50 and 50 and 50, and he will be here momentarily. But in the meantime, sorry, Leon, you were lamenting?
First murder and now accosting in a dark corner. Beginning to regret coming here.
Who's murdered?
You don't remember the unfortunate circumstances in the... Is it the taboo corridor? The quiet hole?
Oh. Well, it could just been sleeping.
It could have.
It could just be asleep, maybe.
The giant nosebleed that leaked under the floor, or leaked under the door of curtain?
Yes. Could be. Could be anything. Could be anyone. So, finally, beginning the round. Let's start with Fafal. You wish to dig out a smoke pellet.
Yes, I will get a smoke pellet and hide it within my left hand while I have my full glass of wine in the right.
Okay. It's in your pouch, it's in your pack. Well, you don't really have a pack, so let's say it's move action to get it out. And do you wish to move?
Well, it'd be in the scarf. So
okay.
I wouldn't hide all the alchemical stuff in the pocketed scarf.
Okay,
so pull that out. Actually, I'd pull out 2 and hand 1 to the Lord.
Okay. Winston comes piling up. Let's have those.
So I get an extra +2 to my acrobatics?
Yes. To
How many do you want?
To Barclays.
Right. How many do you want?
Well, let me just quickly gauge the distance here. You're in the Senate, so that's about 4 to get here.
Okay.
Because he's got a good 50-foot move. So
natural 20 for a total of 24 and 9.
So you get all the way up to the last one, and then you come to this corner here, and he takes it wide. And Leon, you see Winston and Barclay galloping full bore, and they're trying to make the proverbial left, and he goes up on the back wall and tries to ride it, tries to do the Prince of Persia, to come around, and Barclay slips, and they kind of collapse in a heap, but come skidding to a stop about here.
Kind of walks over a little quietly. Winston, how many times are you going to try to run the wall? It doesn't work with your wolf.
It's these damn tile floors. No traction.
It didn't work on the ground either.
Barclay pops up, and Winston still has a leg stuck in a stirrup, talking defiantly up at you from the floor. Winston.
Leon, a hand?
I'm going to reach up, my little stubby arm.
Help him up.
Bartholomew is strangely absent. And Leon, it's your go and you help him up.
Mm-hmm.
Madame Trant, we can hear her. There is that, do you have any idea who my father is? Would be exceedingly beneficial, I think, to your career if you back him. It's going on and on with all that stuff that Fafal... and there, of course, there is the, from the peanut gallery, which brings us down to Lord Samish. Fafal is holding out a pellet for you.
So I've gotten the kind of palm the smoke pellet, right?
Yep. And you grab the pellet, and you still have an action, standard move. You guys are right on the corner.
will. Let's see. Can I prepare to throw it if I see if a fall throw his?
Sure.
Yep.
So you like to
That's what
ready
I'll
an you want to ready an action.
Yep.
And basically you're going to wait for Fafal's. Now you're still allowed to move, but you took a move action to get said pellet.
Yeah.
So you're good.
So kind of what I'd like to do is just aim at that west wall and try to get it to ricochet into the room if I can. That's my plan if it's
Okay.
triggered.
All right. Do you have any kind of knowledge, alchemy or arcane?
As a first level Cavalier, yes, I have all of those.
Yes. Well, you have a DC 10. Can I have a knowledge roll? Because this is a very basic premise I'm trying to have you remember.
Okay, let's see here. Just a basic.
If the knowledge you seek is a DC 10 or lower, you can roll on just about anything. And this is a very basic idea of, make smoke pellet work.
I got a 13.
You're a little worried that when you hit the wall hard enough for it to bounce and get the distance, it will crack because you're supposed to crack it off a hard surface for it to, you know what I mean? So wherever you target the wall, it's very likely that for it to be hard enough to go where you want and hit the floor hard enough to activate, you would have already hit the wall hard enough to activate.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you can maybe find a curtain or something for it to like absorb and then fall straight down, shoot really high into something. Because there's even though the map is bare, there are drapes and banners and you know what I'm saying? You can go for a really high shot deep in, and as the banner whatever cushions it, then it just falls straight to the floor. It might not get into the room as far, but it's better than breaking the wall 20 feet early.
If I don't think I can do it, I'll just move instead of that prepare and just take a 5 foot right there.
All right.
Then I think so. That's a move, retrieve, and a 5 foot step.
Okay, Samish with his initiative of 1, Sycophants of 6, Trant at 8, Leon 10, Winston 13 at the top of the order. No barbarian log wielding on his horse, Bartholomew 22 with Fafal, which brings us with that high number to the top of the next round. Round 2, gentlemen. Fafal, what do you do? Winston, you're on deck. Well, you're on the floor,
to turn, wink at the Lord, and then I'm going to saunter in.
Right.
But I'm going to, stumble a little bit.
Play the part.
Yeah.
20 feet, breaking the corner, or like right into the room?
Right into the room.
Okay. When you get into the room, you find that your guesstimate of positions, now I've moved the minis, is a little off from what you had seen the first time. I mean, it's predictable. Okay. They've all lined up and they're threatening him, but they're a little closer, a little tighter packed, And can I have a bluff check, please? Or do you have any perform acting?
I do not. I will bluff.
Become staggering into the room, and what?
Well. What do we have here? It seems like this is a very lucky man. Do you mind if I join? I think there's more than enough for us to go around. Hey, ladies?
With a bluff of 25. 25. Okay. They probably, give some sense motive, they're very likely going to believe that you are, the lost, semi-drunk, very interested in shenanigans noble stumbled into the room, and not the dangerous rogue poisoner packing a pellet. Very dangerous. Sir Winston.
No.
You are up. Leon, you are on deck.
Right. So are these 5 foot squares?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 5, 10. 15,
you are standing next to your mount. Leon pulled you up.
Oh, so then I'm gonna get on my horse.
Okay. Do you want a swift mount for free and try that good old riding check of 20?
Let's try it. Sure.
If you fail, I don't think anything bad happens. You just kind of
No, it just takes my movement action to get on it.
Yep.
I'm a horse and ride. Oops, I did drop the dice in the wrong spot. Damn it. Fail with an 8.
Okay, so up. Nope. First move action, you get on.
Yep. And second move
is your Barclays 50 feet?
10, 15, 45, 50.
Okay.
And I'll come trotting up beside Fafal on my trusty steed, Sir Barkley. And I'll come plopping up.
Fafal! There you are, my friend. Oh, what have we here?
Oh, my good compatriot. So happy to see you. What are you doing back here?
Well, I was looking for you, my friend.
Well, you see, I'm doing just fine. I'll nod at the ladies and the gentlemen.
I notice
So
the two of you are conveniently blocking the exit now.
I'm aware.
Okay, I'm trying to make the audience aware. He's come right up beside you in your position, and you're like, it's conveniently blocking the exit. Leon, it's your go, sir.
Realize, because I can kind of hear what's going on generally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to actually position myself a little bit over here, leaning up against the wall.
So you're going back out?
Yeah, I'm going to go back out into like the main area there and see if I can just grab a drink and kind of lean up against the wall nonchalantly.
Okay. It looks like you're taking up sort of a guard position.
Yeah, kind of watch out for what's going on in the...
What's keeping Bartholomew, and is your intent to perhaps intercept anybody that takes notice of us?
Yeah, anything coming in, anyone going out, maybe even find Bartholomew if he shows up eventually.
Okay. Being our bowman, I can understand why, unless this, they call for aid, you might want to just...
I won't be of much use unless they call for me, so...
Oh, no problem. Madame Trant spins around, listens to the wonderful BS that's being, afforded in this lovely display. The guys smiling and patting each other on the back. They're really, really, really buying it. The sycophancer was just kind of looking at them. She says, "Sorry, gentlemen, this is a private affair." And she just sort of nods at her guys, who go next. And one by one, since they're all stacked up on the initiative order, they come right up. 5, 10, 15, and a bunch of... have you guys ever seen the Amadeus movie? Embroidered brown, gold, blue, sort of a paisley pattern coats with frills from shirts popping out of the cuffs, and the old school ascots that actually look like that sort of white wrap napkin that the dentist puts around you really tight and then ends in a big fluffy triple frill down the front. Your classic well-to-do. Buckled shoes, hose with the pantaloons up to a certain point and then the pants coming down just past the knee, all stylish hair. But the men themselves, although cleaned up, they have a very sort of unsavory nature about them. Now, I'm not saying they look like a bunch of thugs stuffed into good clothes. These guys are sycophants. They actually live to climb the social ladder. But it's overdone. The mustaches are overwaxed. There's too much gel in the hair. The clothes are maybe a little bit too flamboyant. And they're kind of like a clashing ensemble. They didn't even match each other. The boys of the parlor come up and tell you in no uncertain terms to leave, or you're going to get hurt. Lord Samish, what do you do?
I am going to move on up. So let's see if I can grab my token. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right to there. Still have the smoke pellet in hand, just kind of surveying. Well, what's going on in here?
Their first move, if you hadn't figured it out, is to sort of try and demoralize you guys, which is a straight-up intimidate roll, which I will activate sort of on your turn to see if you feel the effects.
Oh, okay.
Please continue.
Oh, and then I'll call out, Senator Dow, is everything okay? We've come along to collect a stray companion here, and looks like you may find yourself in a need for a bit of assistance.
Seeing an actual lord striding in and, what's going on here? There is that proverbial pause, and the sycophants check with their master, as it were, and she looks at you and makes a nobility check. Now, you can see past her, you can see the man. He's pale, he's clutching a curtain behind him, he's backed into the wall, he's looking around very nervously, and she daintily has her hand up, like on his shoulder or whatever, and you can't see her at this point, like, crush, right? But you can just kind of see him pale under the, this type of thing, and kind of give a weak nod, like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. But it's very obvious that the man is not. Unfortunately, he can't sort of muster the guts to speak out in front of them.
He's been cowed.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was a move and some...
Move and what's left of diplomacy.
Yeah.
Round 3, fall.
I would like to acrobatics through their threatened squares.
Okay. Now, if you go through, through their, no, not through their mini, through the actual,
past
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
if you want to go,
like,
you can Prince of Persia right through them. It's like +5 to the DC, so no problem. You got to hit my
I want
CMD.
to slide right through this gap that they left.
Yep.
For
13. or not.
Okay. Show me your path here. Where are you going? Like, move your guy? Start walking. Because you move regardless, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just start heading this way.
Now, here's a question. Do you have to roll per guy? Or is it one roll, one move, and I can just use all the opposing...
I believe you have to roll every time you're moving through a space. So, like, if you moved, those would be 2 spaces. So you have to roll twice. And the DC increases per threat.
3.
Per, like, person threatening him.
Double check.
Now, luckily, our CMD is very low. But with, like I said, if we get like a +2 because we're flanking you, you would still barely make it. Because we're starting at 11. Okay, our CMD is 11. And I'll give these guys +2 for flanking you, as it were, because you're trying to slide right between 2 guys. But a 13 is still success. So now we got to find the penalties of you just kind of, heading on past.
Okay, so you can move through a threatened square without provoking an AOO by using acrobatics. When moving this way, you move at half speed. You can move at full speed by increasing the DC by 10.
Yeah, so if you get 1 check, you get half a move, which is 15 feet. All in 1 check. So you've moved 5, 10, 15. So that 1 roll should slide you, even though it's several squares. You should be able to hold the 1 check.
Yeah, it doesn't say...
Unless there's something about per square.
Or anything like that, so...
Yeah. It would be exceedingly difficult, because if you want to go past anybody, they automatically threaten 3 squares. So if you 2-4-6'd it, this would make this exceedingly difficult. So I'm going to let you have it for now. Anyway, the drunken stumble.
Yeah.
Slide through. And that's an acrobatic check, gets you there. Okay, that's 1 move. Now what do you want to do?
Second move. Another 5, 10. Or I guess that's second diagonal, so 10, 15 to there.
Okay.
And
now you have full movement on the second move. You're clear of anything.
Okay.
You're clear of their threat, so you got 30 feet if you want it.
Okay. Then I will move up right behind her and just caress her cheek.
For flavor. Hi there.
My dear, focus on me. I will provide a lot more fun for you than this child. I know I can do things that would blow your mind.
Sorry. The look on the woman's face. Sir Winston, Befall remains in character, goes stumbling through the guys and gets right up to her. Tactically, that's great, but he's isolated himself, though. That's the problem.
So looking over my shoulder, I look at my lord Gildavath and say,
My lord, these rapscallions here, they are being quite rude to us. Shall I teach them a lesson in court etiquette?
while I slowly slip my sling out from my belt.
Okay. Lord Varth?
I'll look at them, and they look like they're fairly aggressively posturing. I'll be like...
Yeah, they are actually in the middle of trying to demoralize you. So, speaking of which, getting back to Fafal, if I call up the first Sycophant who, was threatening, whispering, not being nice, all that kind of thing, it shouldn't really, I don't think it attempts his, with a 16, demoralizing. Aiden, would that affect your skill check?
Oh, all the rules, okay?
I got so used to you being the...
Yeah, I know a lot of them, but, especially since you have us running more software, it takes me longer to Google things.
No, I know. I'm sorry. We are trying to get used to FG. It's a lot to take in here. And we have you playing as opposed to being our trigger man. But we're working on that. We're working on that. Okay.
Okay. All right. So if it's successful, it's shaken. So
-2 on attack, saves, skills, ability checks, all that good stuff.
Damn.
All right. So I've rolled 3 guys 3 times. Okay. 8 another. The first guy leads the second, which is the one that was in front of you, with an 8. So his 10 probably doesn't do it. So I don't have to do any reverse time, and you're good with all your skills. 14 to intimidate Winston. The guy's right in your face. And maybe that's what causes you to hesitate and, turn to Lord Gildevarth. And
what does that go against for me? Is that my will
to demoralize?
save?
Yeah.
10 plus hit dice plus wisdom.
Oh, sorry. It's a DC for me. So you're a first level guy.
Yep.
That's 11. And what's your wisdom modifier?
None.
Okay. So if you are demoralized, you take a -2 to skill checks and such. So
yes.
Yeah. But for flavor, like I said, you just kind of feel it. Even the growling from Barkley kind of stops and he's like, this guy pomp and stance stuffed into a shirt.
So while I wait for a reply from my Lord Gildervarth, I will, I'll pull my sling out and I'll pull a bullet out from my pouch and fit it into the sling.
Okay, so are you readying an action, basically? Because you can move while readying an action. You're waiting for the word to be given?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take you down the line here, since you're waiting for Varth, who goes at... talking's free. You're not waiting for Varth to go. You're waiting for permission. So, Lord Varth, if you want to give him the word, I'll let him keep his initiative. If you want to, for flavor... Actually, you know what? We'll let it stand. We'll say that's part of the intimidation. Kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna change your initiative. For some reason, it's not allowing me to change your initiative. Come on!
Take that. Take that.
I want to move him down. Anyway, we'll delay you. Next up, we have Leon. Perception?
Perception 21.
Okay. Taking in the room, the movements, no one seems interested in even looking your way, let alone even trying to subtly breeze your way, as opposed to any alarms being written. So you think you're pretty good for the moment. You wish to do anything else?
No, for now I think I'm good.
All right. Madam Trant slaps your hand away. Fafal. I have been waiting 26 episodes? 30 episodes to say this? Furious, flushing her face, leans in and says, "Do you know who I am?"
You are the dear swan I shall deflower tonight.
You get as far as the word deflower, and she, like a boxer, gut punches you, or attempts to. And now the fun really begins, gentlemen. I'm going to open up my targeting here. I'm going to drop a target right on good old Fafal's gut, or mini, as it were.
So that was a literal "that's when the fight started" moment.
He's playing his part too well, right? Anyway, this is an unarmed strike, which technically, if you're armed, provokes. So do you have a weapon? Do you have improved unarmed strike or anything like that?
No.
Okay, I can say, because if you're, Okay, have at you. Gut punch. And 15 if a fall says hits.
Just hits.
And you take non-lethal. And she just 5 points in the gut, dude. Oh, wins you.
Holy shit.
She's a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so she's not proficient, but she does a full D6?
Oh, she's proficient. If it's a regular unarmed strike, it would provoke. I was kind of for some reason I thought he had it, and I was going to go, but hacha, no woman remember how I said like a boxer? Yeah, thump, and you guys all feel it. It's just like he just fall kind of like he's got like a hand up on her shoulder, and she even lets him hold her at this point because he's like.
She's an inboxer.
The Sycophants take that as their cue, and these two, not the one facing off of Winston, but the two over here. There are chairs lining the room, as I described last time, and a single window. And they go over and grab furniture like it's a club. And they're adjacent. So basically, Buddy just moves forward, grabs weapon, and steps right up in here. And the second guy follows suit. Third guy just takes a swing at, or I should say first guy, takes a swing at good old Winston. Winston, you have a ranged weapon, so that doesn't really provoke, even if I do not have...
What about Barkley?
It provokes Barkley.
It would. Sorry. I'm just very quickly. I know she can box. I'm just double check to see if these guys can. Okay. No. So yeah, he provokes Barkley. So Barkley
Certainly does.
He angers Barkley.
Barkley is mad.
On the mini, yeah, but yeah. That's fine. It was a 10.
Okay. So that misses.
Okay.
Goes after him. He takes a swing at you, but just kind of like keeps throws his hips back. And El Dojo. Anyway, the other guys retrieve weapons and move into position, which brings us to Lord Varth.
You forgot to take your swing at me.
Oh, I did.
Oh, didn't show up in the thing.
Sycophant unarmed. It was a swing and a miss with like a 12.
Okay.
And 13. And Lord Varth, it is your go. These two of them in front of you, sort of off on your right in the gap of the doorway here. Now I want you guys just to quickly go around the room. for the audience. This room is basically a 30 by 30, and in the bottom left corner, in the southwest corner, is barely a 10-foot gap with half a square, then the middle square, another half a square. It's kind of off-centered from the 10-foot wide, and Varth is literally in that doorway. One step in, right in front of him, surrounded on three sides, north, northeast, and east, are three sycophants around Winston and Barkley. The two guys on the right, the northeast and these guys, are armed with chairs like clubs. The guy in front of them just took a swing. Then we scoot diagonally across the room up to the northeast corner, and we have, in the very far corner, we have Senator Dow, diagonally coming straight back to the center of the room. We have our revealed that I can do some unarmed striking, Madame Melfane Trant, and then directly west of the square, we have a gasping for breath Fafal. Lord Varth, what do you do?
Well, I have a smoke pellet in one hand and not a thing in the other. And they've got chairs that we're about to get pummeled to senseless with.
Mm-hmm. You do carry a sword, but it is, I want to say tie-dyed, but it's peace-bound.
Peace-bound, yeah.
Which would take a full round to...
So I think I will, as a standard action, aid another using my helpful trait.
Okay.
To give Barkley a +3 instead of a +2.
Yes, because anyone can actually give someone a plus to hit by aiding another in combat, and a plus to their AC, one or the other, by just sort of attacking a DC of 10. But with your helpful, you actually get a +3 instead of +2. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Cool. So are you
I'll actually do that. I'll increase his armor class. Look out! Dodge.
Okay, Barkley's or Winston's? I mean, who do you really like?
Or Sir Winston, excuse me.
Okay. You sure?
Yes.
No one's gonna. It's just between you and the GM. Like, they're both in the same square. I'm just saying, if you want to protect the dog.
He's the real star of the show.
He is the real star. I mean, Taldor would be. The championships are coming up, I'm just saying.
He's an icon.
So +3 to armor class.
Okay. Nice.
Sweet.
Round 4. Gasping for breath, that sort of polite nod of thank you for loaning the shoulder, and then releasing. Fafal is ready to go. What do you do? Sir Winston, you're on deck.
So it is quite funny that the sylph gets winded.
Wait a minute, do you even breathe?
I actually don't know.
No, actually, sorry, I'm thinking of Forgotten Realms Sylph don't breathe. You actually do. And androids do. Ryan was very tricky with he never said his android didn't breathe. He just said, what if you don't breathe? But for more on androids without the aliens, check out our Mummy's Mask podcast, The Man from Assyrian Mummy's Mask. A couple episodes already up. And you get to see more of Fafal, but we already talked about that. So what do you want to do now, in the future? That has passed. But it's the future. The future is now. Fafal.
Well, I would like to... Sorry, I'm reading up on a racial ability that I have.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, all right, first. So, hand comes off the shoulder, eyes go up and flash. Wine glass goes forward. I'm going to try and blind her with wine.
Oh, so a dirty trick.
Bar fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, that provokes unless you have improved dirty trick, or does improved dirty trick just speed up how long it takes?
I actually don't know. I've never done any trick before. This is literally just, can I do this?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Now, if you want to, like, just smash the glass and go for the old bottle thing, you know what I mean?
No.
But that's just, you are fighting a lady. Yeah, so it provokes unless you have improved trick. However, you could take a 5-foot step back, because it is a ranged weapon. You are doing a ranged splash, right?
Yes, that is true. So, yeah, I'll 5-foot step back, do that.
Okay. Staggering back like you're still drunk, and then swish around, doing the roundhouse kick, only you're like roundhouse carrying the wine, and release. And can I have a ranged touch attack?
Oh, Jeff.
It's a basic range touch.
19.
And it says 19 at Madame Delphine Trant hits. Kersploosh. Nicely done. And I am blinded for 1 round.
Woo.
So till the end of this round, and I haven't gone yet. Nicely done, sir. Sir Winston, you are up.
Ha ha!
Who's your target? What do you want to do?
So I will shoot dude in front of me.
Okay, you will provoke by using your sling.
In front of me. That's fine. Sycophant 1. Bow, 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 bow. 19 for a hit. Ha ha! And damage of 3. And Barkley will also bite the dude in front of me. I have to adjust that to +2. Roll
Go,
that
go.
onto-
Go, Winston, go.
Oh, I'm just going to roll raw. 13. I do not know if it hits.
Against me?
The guy in front of me, Sycophant 1.
Oh, I see. It didn't say, did it? No. Okay. Sorry.
No, but I can't. I don't have a character sheet for Barkley, so I'm just doing raw rolls.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. The AC is 11. Like, they're wearing, like, layers of clothes for, like, a +1 armor. So, yeah.
So this is
a party, man. We're not... for
so
battle?
it's a D6 +1 damage plus trip.
Okay.
And
so your attack roll acts as a CMB versus my CMD.
Yeah.
So, or is it a separate roll?
Nope. So I think it's the same roll for another 3 damage.
All right. So Sycophant 1 actually gets to click on the little tiny man, the running man at the top here. I get to actually engage him with an actual condition. They have them all. Blinded climbing, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Remind me to blind her and get back to it. So, prone, because down he goes, right? Boop. Oh, Sir Winston is prone. That's not right. It's all right.
It is actually a separate roll. It's a free action.
Okay. So
Okay.
your base attack bonus there against 11.
Would it be my... Yeah, it's the same thing. CMB is the same as my base attack anyways. Do. Okay. Do it. 2.
Yeah, I think I need to get to you in the turn order.
19.
There he goes. Down he goes. When I get to them, will remind me to put those effects on, because when it's not their turn, I'm not trying to do that. Leon, perceive away.
9.
You wish to do anything else? Perception is only a move if you're, not comfortable with.
I think not hearing anything from the room seems odd in this situation, so I might kind of move closer and try again.
Oh, you can. I thought you were focused outward, and as long as they don't do anything big, crash or bang or anything, right? So far, there's just been talking. Now there's the party. It's not, the volume levels are still kind of ambient. We need a really good smash or thug or cry or wail or ow, you cut me. Something to,
Yeah, but I was also saying I was going to wait to see, because if they signal that they need my help or something,
they would probably
be aware of it.
Oh yeah, no, you're, despite the 10, 20, 30 battle, no, you can, you'll hear your name. I mean, if Winston, your closest friend, is crawling across the ground going, Leon! No, maybe not. But, Leon to me! Sure. I'll give you that.
Okay, in that case, maybe in my immediate vicinity, is there anything I could pick up that looks like it could easily be thrown?
Well, you're in the archive. There's books, there's peoples, there's hors d'oeuvres. I mean, those crab cakes, you get some really good distance with those.
Okay, something that looks like it would actually,
the tray? Go Captain America with the serving tray?
Yeah, I mean, I just have to be able to convince a servant to give me a tray.
It's flat, it's silver, and it's 1/100th the size of said tray. I'm pretty sure he'd trade for one of those. You have a little purse full of them. Just saying.
Yeah, but I'm cheap.
It's round. It's copper. No. Okay. A pat on the head. I don't know. What do you? This is Taldor, man.
That's fair.
Put up or pay up.
Okay. Yeah. I'd see if I can signal to a servant and give him a silver coin just to take a tray.
All right. So this interaction. Hey, you. What? Me? Get over here. He makes his way over. It's going to take 2 rounds. You're armed with tray in 2 rounds.
Sounds good.
Madam Trant. Now I can add a condition. Let's add the blind condition. That sounds like a fun condition. So she's blinded for this till the end, till we come back to her. Or, sorry, to Fafal. I'm blinded. And that's not really a fun place to be. Next. And she, she's outraged. She's like, damn you. Indicating to my friends, we should escalate this. Sycophant 1 is on the ground. And have you guys seen John Wick 3? Or have you seen those police dog training where the dog gets a hold of, not even the guy, clothing, the arm, and then they plant all fours, they pull their head down, and they shake and just drag straight down. He's doing this with the guy's leg. So the guy goes, whoop, and now there's Winston's kind of leaning back on the haunches, not hard with all that weight on me, and just shaking his head. He's got a hold of him, he's down. So I, for flavor, because it's not a pin or a grapple, it just says it's a trip, right? Kicking at the wolf to get my leg free, and then provoking again by either crawling away or getting up. So I will try to provoke by crawling away against Bartholomew, against Barkley, because you're the melee. So Barkley, I am crawling away and then trying to get up.
Okay, well, crawling away would provoke, would it not?
Yes, because I'm leaving the square. It's a 5-foot rolling crawl, and oh my god, he's kind of backpedaling on the butt.
A 19.
Okay, so
I'm assuming that's a hit.
Yep, he gets a nip.
Oops. Come on, 2, and that is for 8 damage. Max damage bite. Ow.
Okay. Just there, I get away. Like it's you get on the leg, chomp, and he pulls away and he yells in pain, and just both hands go to the leg a square away, and he passes out. Ah!
Yeah.
Bit him right in the nuts.
Barkley has no shame. Barkley loves balls.
So now
It's in his genes.
Is Barkley dealing lethal damage?
Yes.
Yeah, you never trained him to take that -4. Oh, Matt, we were discussing recently about non-lethal with a weapon, turning the flat of the blade.
Yep.
Okay, so we were right and wrong. Yes, you can deal non-lethal damage, but
Right.
you can't add sneak attack to non-lethal damage unless it's a sap or
Right.
one of those weapons. So kind of yes,
And
but
I did say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I was like, you can with a sap.
But I
that's
was-
it. It's just like, no, you can totally do it. I was
No,
like, all right.
here's my D6. No, yeah, I was focused on the weapon, but good to know for.
Yes, it is good to know
Yes.
for Vex.
Anyway, if you zoom in on the
And
mini,
football.
if you guys really zoom in, there's tiny little icons popping up on the bottom left of the minis, and they're like, I am unconscious. I am prone. I am rethinking my life in my sleep.
Oh, I see them there, yeah.
Okay. Taking a 5-foot step forward to cover his friend, and a mighty swing right at the wolf. This
Okay.
man attacks Barkley, because it literally just ripped up his buddy.
All right.
Obviously,
I
the
will-
real threat here, with his improvised club, which is one part furniture, and natural 20.
Well, that's fine. Hold on. Wait. Before you confirm this business, I'm going to make a ride check to see if I can negate the attack. Because
okay.
of my mounted combat feat.
Okay. It does not confirm, because if you read the text, it automatically throws in an extra.
So come on,
So
be
you
good.
don't have to worry about a crit.
Yes. 25.
So
Come on.
on my turn, you get a free action or immediate action to make a ride check to keep him from hitting
Striking.
the mount.
From hitting my
And
mount.
your ride check has to be higher than my attack roll.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. But it's a natural 20. It's not just 21 versus 25. It's a natty 20.
This is true.
Hmm.
But if you don't confirm the crit, does it still count as a crit?
No, it's not crit. I don't confirm the crit. I'm just saying it does hit, but 20 hits all.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
but I mean,
dependent on the wording of writing. Or
However-
of ride.
However, a 19 natural plus 6, and it does say you can negate this hit by exceeding my attack roll, which totals 21. So I'm going to give it to you. Point for the blood. And well, you know what? I would maybe get you to cough up, I don't know, a hero point, allegiance to the queen, I don't know, something. No, that's okay. The next time you try and climb a wall and fall hard.
You'll laugh extra hard.
No. I was really harsh back, that type of thing. I'm going to put this little blue chip away of the, remember that crit, that remember that thing where you didn't die, to quell that +1 argument, as it were. So awesome swing, yoinking on the reins, and just swoosh. Funny, Leon isn't here, because it was Leon with his stick during the kid fair that trained you, and you and Barkley remember the move, and you lean way back, and there's Leon.
The
in slow
Matrix.
motion. Yeah. There he is. He swings straight left to right with this chair, and you and Barkley, like in slow motion, look at each other, wink, and it's just pull back and lean way back, and he misses, and he's so surprised. Master Leon doesn't get to see the fruit of his labor. Sycophant number 3 is going to stay where he is and take a swing at Varth, who has cover. Now, there's kind of that corner, plus I've kind of got to reach around Winston. So with the sort of the +2Z on the one corner and the +2Z on the second, I'm going to count this as a full 4, like a shield bonus, as if you're attacking through somebody, because I'm cornered on one side with, you know what I'm saying? I can't draw corner to corner. I'm blocked on one side, and even my far corner breaches that wall. It hits that wall. So I'm going to give you a shield bonus of +4, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
AC 17.
Right. So what I'm going to do, so I can do the official rolls because it's fun, is I'm going to target you, and down here it says modifier. I'll give him a -4.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure how to do that stuff. And swing away. 10 -3. Oops. Oh, I thought it was 4. 7. So 6. So no. Swinging and kind of bounces off the wall. Lord Varth, it is your go. What do you do, sir?
I will continue to. Actually, I'm going to continue to aid, giving the +3 to armor class to Sir Winston.
Okay. Fall. Back to you.
Wait, does the guy cowering in the corner not get a turn?
I'm what you'd call a non-combatant. I'm sufficiently cowed that I'm basically going to wait for it's over and hope you win. If she wins, we'll go back to our discussion. Yeah. Do you think he's like going to crawl away out of this? She's literally on top of him and knows more about her than you do. So
she's blinded at the moment.
Yeah, no, trust me. It's a good point, and I don't want to like give away GM information about the woman by his reaction, but that is something to consider. Is this guy is so afraid of this woman at this point, he doesn't move. He doesn't even see or register that opening that he could have like slid out of there.
Fair enough. Okay then. I guess, yeah, registering that. Well, in for a penny, or in for a copper, in for a gold, eh?
Okay. You can attack.
I'm going to chuck the goblet I'm going to 5-foot step back and chuck the goblet at her.
Okay.
Splash! Smash!
Okay.
That's awesome.
A regular thrown item has a 10-foot increment, which you've just now exceeded because she's 15 feet away. So it'll take him -2 if you step back.
Oh,
I'm just
Throw,
saying.
then 5-foot step.
Throw, then step.
Yeah, that's true. Chuck and then step. Ta-da!
it wouldn't have helped either way, okay?
Okay.
We got an 8
All right. But,
before the minuses.
but
so.
really, really great. Winston, you're up.
Yes. Okay. I am going to attempt an overrun.
Okay. I thought you were going to call for Trinity over there because that is the Neo line after he leans back, right? Trinity, help.
Trinity.
Or, well, Leon.
But yeah, I'm going to attempt to overrun Sycophant 3,
Okay, so the guy on your right?
the guy on
Don't
my
you have
right.
to be charging for that?
Don't you
No,
have to be bigger?
it actually says as part of a charge or a movement action.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but doesn't the creature have to be bigger?
No, you can do it to things that are a maximum one size category larger than you.
Okay.
You can attempt it.
Hard.
It's pretty neat, actually.
Well, the wolf, correct me if I'm wrong, is still a medium creature. And so is the man. So they're on par.
Right.
So you don't have to like take a penalty as if he were large and it was medium or
We're
you
just
were
going to
medium.
punch up. Yes, okay. So when you attempt to overrun a target, it can choose to avoid you, allowing you to pass through its square without requiring attack. If your target does not avoid you, make a combat maneuver check as normal. If your maneuver is successful, you move through the target space. If your attack exceeds your opponent's CMD by 5 or more, you move through the target space and the target is knocked prone. If the target has more than 2 legs, add +2 to the DC of the combat maneuver attack roll for each additional leg it has, which is kind of funny.
Okay.
Now, this does provoke an attack of opportunity from the guy I'm making the attempt on,
Okay. Well, in that case.
because I don't have feats to back it up, but it just seems like a really fun thing to do
No,
and
that's...
get myself out of a potentially not awesome
Yeah, we
position.
spent entire season 0 doing the regular, I'm mounted, I charge, mix it up. This is great. This is why
Yep.
you have your wolf in here. Let's see some, take some risks, man.
It might
So
provoke from the other guy too.
this is a combat maneuver
If they have weapons, I think they're proficient with, right?
versus
Club.
Sycophant.
we
3.
are like,
15 hit.
okay, so it provokes from me. So I'm gonna take my free attack.
Yep.
And miss.
Oh, I've
And,
got 50 feet. I can actually move 2 more squares on that.
and because you are like running away and I threaten,
So yeah, both of them would get an attack of opportunity. Both of them would.
yeah. Okay.
But if I surpassed your CMD by 5 or more, you're prone.
Okay, well, hang on. I'll get back to that. I'm going to number 2 here. Guy number 2 is going to take a swing at you as well.
Yep.
Nope. Swing, swing, swing. Doing some crazy... That must have been some festival upstairs with those kids. Like, you're just acing this. Wax on, wax off. Okay. And what did you get for your roll? To beat my CMD?
15.
Okay, unfortunately, no. My CMD is 11. That's not 5 or more. It's only 4, so I'm not prone. But I
Which
take
is fine.
how much damage?
Well, if I didn't, so it just knocks people down. And if I had a horse, I could do a hoof attack, but I don't have a horse, so I can't do a hoof attack.
Okay, but
So
you
he just
get
gets
through them and it messes them up.
I get through him
that's great.
and had an opportunity to try and knock him prone.
All right, Leon, perception. Oh, sorry, you're waiting, right? Trey's coming to you. While you're locked on to this, yes, you, the tray, no, the tray, not the, or we'll find everything. Just get over, he's kind of making his way, right? Somebody stops him and not like, stops him moving, just kind of like hand on the shoulder, snatch, and then turns and throws, like kind of sneaks up on it's so weird. He just kind of sneaks up on the servant and doesn't stop him to get his attention. He just kind of reaches around him, grabs, the crab cake. The servant keeps going, kind of looking around, but keeps going, turns around and just kind of whips it into the crowd on the far side of the exit.
Sense motive? Is the guy trying to
perception?
start a fight?
Maybe. Perception? You see his target?
Perception 5. It's very crowded.
Okay. You can't see who he hits, but he kind of does that whip, pause, and then, like he got it, or oh shit, that went really wrong, right? And then a tall, green, knightly, stately, and wearing the colors of possibly a Cavalier, but definitely the symbol of a Cavalierish order. Not sure which one. Knowledge nobility. Steps forward, holding the cake and glaring at the guy, and then turns, and a larger half-orc steps forward, and the female Cavalier half-orc holds the crowd cake up to Bartholomew for inspection. And we'll see you next time on Dice before crab cake order.
They're delicious, everyone.